my God, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God. She's seen on my beanie and Rosa on my balls.
Welcome to the end of your life, chat. Actually, I don't know if anybody's... See, I was about to say, I don't know if anyone's tuned in, but now they absolutely will be. How's it going, everyone? It's Marito. Happy Tuesday, as always. And a happy last 6:30 stream, because as of this evening, Savannah's French classes are fucking over. So, Toasty Tuesday. Toasty Tuesday. I remember I was at work, and I don't remember what day it was, but I had said like Thirsty Thursday, but it was a Saturday, and they kept trying to come up with like new words for Saturday, and there was one specific word where I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I do that all the time. But yeah, I'd never heard this word. So I was very much confused. I was like, I think I'm going to just call Saturday Thirsty Thursday, to be perfectly honest. Let's transition from cheesy on my peenie to something a little bit nicer to look at. There we go. Very, very nice. How you doing, guys? I am doing interesting. I think I'm doing better than before. I have eaten all the junk food in the house, and I have finished all of my alcohol. So I'm hoping to just lock in for a month, and I'm already back to doing more productive things than I have been over than I have in the previous month or so. So I'm hoping everything is good. Just I don't know. Life gets weird, and I fall asleep way too fucking early, and then you mix booze into it, and uncertainty over where things are going, and you're like, I don't know. It's a recipe for fucking confusion. But yeah, I think we're doing all right. I was drawing earlier. I was working on Guitar Hero stuff earlier. I am perpetually like 2 or 3 days away from deploying Hi-Fi, my full fat website. So I think it's good. I think there's I feel the same. Full moon the cause, I genuinely think. I think Jake's onto something. I do think it's something with the moon. I spent a weird amount of yesterday morning fucking like weirdly blackpilled about a lot of shit. And then Kebby got online and then was like, oh, it's all good. It's all good. My girlfriend is here. It's all good. She is not currently here, which makes me fucking confused because she reacted to me posting about it in the chat an hour ago. Nia says, I spent the last 2 days rendering TF2 gameplay clips for a frag movie. Rather productive. That does sound very productive. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, no, today's been good and productive. Hello DCB. I've been whacked out, waking up too late, not getting anything done. Yeah, I mean, I have to wake up at a specific time for work, but like, again, I on Saturday I was so hyped to like get home and you know, be creative. 2 hours later I fucking fell asleep. And I was like in a state of being half awake the entire night, which resulted in me, in my sleep, calling Sushi, our old friend Sushi, and surprise inviting Jake to the Somnal Discord server. Again, in my sleep. It was not my proudest moment. But it was funny. It was very, very funny. So yeah, like I said, I've been kind of a disaster, but today has been good. Replied to a couple emails. Drew some stuff, worked on what's going on, Moon. Worked on some drawings, Guitar Hero stuff. Been working on another chart. It's going to be a pretty fun one. It's one for a song called Volcano Girls by Veruca Salt, who are best known for their song Seether, which is where the band Seether got their name. But that chart's looking very fun. It's got a nice little solo, a lot of chordy stuff. Got me a job potentially. Yeah, no, that was fucking wild. I just was sitting around, and I get a call from a a local TV affiliate in another state. We'll put it like that. And I'm like, oh shit, because Jake asked me like a little while ago. He's like, hey, can I use you as a reference? I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And then I didn't know that anybody actually called references. And then I got a call, and so I buttered him up. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. So anyway, like I said, this is going to be, since people are now filtering in a little bit more, this is going to be the last 6:30 stream. I will be starting at 6 next week because Savannah's French classes will be over, so I don't have to. I put down your somnol email, too. I am officially known as Marito at somnolescent.net. That's really funny. Thank you, Jake. Very cool. But yeah, so all of you guys over in Europe will be able to catch me a half hour earlier and not have to potentially stay up as late because Savannah will not have anything occupying her that I like to delay, so that way she misses less of the stream. But yeah. So let's get on it. Ratchet and Clank 2. Sorry, I forgot. I have to put the disc in. That would help. But yeah, that's enough about me. How's the past week of your life been, chat? Hello, Kebby. Kebby woo. Oh, let me get chat going on my phone, too. I'm sparkling on and being myself. That's the attitude to have, DCB. We are all gonna make it. How was your week? On a Tuesday? Well, I mean, yeah, how was the previous week? With, the fact that I only stream once a week. So yeah, the week started on a Tuesday. Or rather, the week just started and it is Tuesday. But at the same time, I haven't seen you guys in a week. How was the last 7 days? Is that better? Is that better, chat? Good lord. I gotta reorganize my fucking streams. I'm gonna probably make a bunch of playlists for all of my playthroughs now that I've, now that I am, actively playing through games. I'll have the current stream playlist just be miscellaneous streams. And, then, I'll have, playthroughs of all the games for, to people watch in chronological order. So let's see, I made a sock puppet today. Kebby's living her best life. I got fish taco and Mackie. DCB's living his best life. I got a tooth fixed. Fucking terrifies me still. I gotta see the dentist at some point. We are all gonna make it though. Anyway, let's go ahead. Make sure we're on progressive scan. There we go. Make sure we're on widescreen. Good. And yeah, let's just continue on. Interlacing is based. Interlacing is less based when I have the hardware to support progressive scan. I still haven't tried out GSM, which, if you don't know what that is, the GSM selector is the graphics synthesizer mode selector. It's like a homebrew. Oops, I'm on the wrong channel on my end. It's HDMI 2 now. Normally I have it set to video because I use S-Video. There we go. But yeah. That might actually be a way to force progressive scan on games that don't necessarily support it. I've never tried it. I only tried it to potentially be able to stream PS1 games using my normal setup, which unfortunately did not work. I've tried a bunch of things that would potentially let me stream PS1 games on this setup, and the only thing I've ever found is that I'm going to need to buy more hardware. Because I had tried this GSM selector thing. That didn't work. And it's not, by the way, it's not a problem with the actual capture device. The capture device will take whatever I throw at it, which is impressive given that this is a $7 no-name Chinese thing that Jake recommended me. That's not the issue. The issue is my TV, my cheapy Emerson like 2010 set, which I'm normally pretty happy about. It's a decent size. The screen is a pretty decent quality, and it has all the hookups that I want. So I'm happy with this screen, but it doesn't do 240p over component, which is how the PS1 outputs, So I can play S-Video, PS1 games through S-Video just fine, but I can't play over component. So I tried this GSM selector. I tried falling back to composite and plugging the composite lead into the green on my my capture setup, or sorry, my component to HDMI adapter. And weirdly that worked. It was kind of like a vibe filter, but it was like, it was just so intermittent. In fact, I could probably show it off real quick because I'm not really doing a whole lot, and chat's still, you know, pretty chatty catty. So I could show that really quick actually to show you what exactly that looked like. It was vibe filter, but it was also really fucked up. And it just constantly dropped the signal all the time. So unfortunately, that's also not an option. My Intensity Pro can capture analog, but I haven't bought the big breakaway cable yet. Like I said, if I got like an S-Video to HDMI adapter kind of thing, I could use that because the PS1 did S-Video just fine. It just doesn't output over component. Or it does, but most things can't take it. It's like a weird, like unsupported resolution kind of thing. But anyway. Man, why did I do that to myself? That's alright. So, what I'm going to do is, we are going to unplug all of these. So yeah, it's about to drop. No worries. Your picture will be restored very shortly. Is this dangerous? Is it dangerous to unplug the video out on a PS2 while the PS2's on? Whatever, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. Or you can buy a $400 upscaler. See, that would be the option, right? That would be the option if I I was about to say if I was a Redditor, but wait, I am a Redditor. That's unfortunate. I've made many bad life decisions. Hello, Oscar. How's the advertiser friendliness going? It's going pretty well. We haven't been too spicy this stream just yet. I'm going to show off something really stupid for chat in a moment. So yeah, we got the audio. So what this is if I take the... Sorry, I just realized I unplugged one of the audio jacks. If I take that and I plug the composite lead into the green input, watch this dumb shit. Live science experiment. The intro is pretty spicy, saucy even. Did he play the slur song? I did not. I played Cheesy on my peenie and Sauce on my balls. Man, did I plug the wrong cable in? If you plug it into one of these, it works. Oh. Was it the red that I plug it into? I could have sworn it was the green. One of these works. I know one of these works because I fucking did it. I'm going places. Jake is going places. We're all going places. We're going to make a chat. Fuck. How did I do this? It was like you plug the yellow into one of the cables, and that somehow fucking works. But, like, only intermittently. This is the second stream in a row where I've gotten into my desk and played with cables live. I'm glad that you guys have the patience of saints. How the fuck did I do this? Here. Stalling. You're late. Play Roblox. No, I will not. Stalk your child. And that's plugged in. This is a work at a pizza place stream now. I'd rather stream it at working at an actual pizza place, to be perfectly honest. I swear, it was like you plugged it into the green, right? Man, how the fuck did I do this? Guys, Somnol. Back me up here. I did this on a call for you guys, right? Well, Jake, you're not in the fucking server anymore. How would you know? See, DCB comes in clutch. He comes in clutch, he knows. Man, I might actually have to play the game if I can't make this work. It was very unstable, so I will say that much. DCB is lying for clout. Jake's just out here starting fights with everybody. Well, let me make sure my cables are even working. Yeah, they are. So into the PS2, it's fine. Here. Tell you what. That. Where's that yellow cable? Yellow, green. VOD watchers skip 2 hours. Okay, listen. Boom! Fuck you. See, there we go. That got it working. I guess I forgot to plug in the audio cables. That was the thing. But you see how unstable the picture is, right? Like, for one thing, it's not even coming in on my end in the splitter. But then it's just constantly dropping out. But we'll at least load the game up like this. It's not even in color. So the reason why is with analog video, composite, as the name implies, is a summation of the chroma component, or the luma component of the signal, and the two chromas, which are normally separated out with component. So you have the green, which is what the luma is plugged into. It's not green. As far as I recall, in order to get the green out of the signal, you don't actually need to send green, because it can be derived from the summation of red and blue and then the subtraction of red and blue, something like that. So instead it's the luma, the black and white. So it's correctly getting the black and white from the signal. If you don't know, with NTSC video, black and white is always available as a fallback. And then the color information is encoded in a way that's still compatible with black and white TVs. So as a result, it's getting the black and white information, but it can't correctly decode the color information because it's not expecting it. That's why it's in black and white. But this is the way that I thought I might be able to get PS1 games going, because it would be in black and white, and of course be fucking composite, but it would at least be something. But you could see that it is so ungodly stable that it keeps flashing color bars. So this is just not going to happen. Unfortunately, this would just not work. I wish it would, because it would be at least fun to, if I quickly switch over to Spyro. I gotta wait for the disc to load. This message held for review. And it's just fucking a little face for Jake. That's so spicy of you, Jake. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, also, even though I have the audio cables plugged in, right? Yeah, there's no audio either. I don't deserve a face, I guess. Thanks, YouTube. Very cool. But yeah, I can boot up PlayStation games, and it will like work technically. But of course, see, if the signal was more stable, this would be kind of cool, right? Because it's like as a like total vibe filter, right? But like, it's just so weird, and it just keeps flashing, and I can barely even tell what's going on my end enough to be able to show you what the fuck is happening. Oh, Vixen posting in 2025. You guys remember Vixen 80, who got outed as a weirdo? Why is it not stable? I have no idea. Genuinely have no idea. My only guess is that component and composite video are not the same. Composite is actually a form of RGB video as opposed to what composite is, which is, I don't know. I think it's missing part of the signal that is needed for the stability. But I can at least let this go to a track so you can see a little bit more before I'm stalling. I'm stalling. That's exactly what this is. So it's out of sync. Honestly, that could be. It could be that it's like working at a different frequency than it wants. I'm not an analog TV broadcast engineer, but it would sort of work if it wasn't for the... It seems to be more stable once it's gotten into Spyro gameplay. Camera pointed at the TV it is. I do have an iToy. We could do an iToy stream. That sounds pretty legit. Alright, anyway. Let's actually get back to... I'm going to keep Spyro in there just briefly. Just to show you the infuriation. But I'm going to quickly switch it back to my component cables. Ow. Where'd that drop to? That's those. That's not what I want. Put that in there. Oh, actually. Here it is. That's pretty hot. It's a good look. It's a nice throwback look. But something I can show you. So you see how the colors are funny? This is what I was talking about with how component video is actually like different parts of the video signal subtracted out. So if I were to, right now I don't have the blue lead plugged in. So if I unplug the red, you get no color at all, because the red and the blue are the two chromas. Green is your sync. If I unplug that, you get no signal at all. But green, and then red, and if I plug this in here, yeah, that does a little bit kind of a weird thing, because it's sending the wrong chroma, but it is sending a valid chroma signal. And then this is, if I plug this in here, yeah, what is that doing? So that's like greenish. And then if I plug in the red, that gives you most of the color, most of the rest of the color, and then here it is fully. So it's actually, like I said, it's sending 3 different signals. That's why those 5 cables are needed. I find it neat. Everyone else thinks I'm a nerd, but the problem is that this works just fine for you guys, because my capture device will happily take just fine at 240p over component, but on my end, my TV says fucking like unsupported like resolution or something like that. Why is my MX4 device going nuts? Resolution mismatch. Change device's resolution. So it's expecting something that is not 240p basically. It super sucks. It just super sucks. I guess Spyro is trying to read my MX4 card. But, yeah. Free Geek TV fund for Marito. If I had like a CRT, it would be fine. If I had an upscaler, it would be fine. There's like a bunch of things that I could do to be able to get PS1 games to work on this setup, but I just don't feel like spending more money on it. If I really wanted to play Spyro for you guys, I would just emulate it, to be honest. That's, you know, like there's other ways to do it, or like I said, I could get the an S video to HDMI adapter and just substitute that for the component to HDMI adapter. That's the start of the signal chain that I got going on here. But yeah, all right. So now that I've gotten all the nerd stuff out of the way, because it's my fucking stream and I'll be a nerd if I want to be a nerd, it's time to actually get into the game and play the game. Oops, I'm on the wrong channel again. I'm so used to setting it to video now that I'm just playing games for the most part. Like, just playing games on my PS2. I'm just so used to playing games through S video that my brain always switches to the S video channel, or the video channel, which is shared between S video and component or composite, and then component has its own set of stuff. Which if I had a splitter, I could take it directly to a component, but I would get the same exact problem. So there's just no way around it other than to like buy more equipment, basically. Like I said, I could use an upscaler. I have no need for like one of the crazy retro tanks, but the OSSC kind of looked neat, you know, that sort of thing. But anyway, so we have done everything on this planet. So let's see where we go next. Did that one, did that one, did that one. So we are going to the Desert Riders, that's right. I don't know why there's some dot crawl on my screen. Let me check that really quick. I know it disappeared very briefly. Yeah, there's like some interference going on. Oh, that would be why. Nope, that's not why. And the dot crawl got worse. Normally it does not look like that. Well, maybe I've just finally started putting enough strain on this setup. I mean, I have had these cables for like 11 years now, so whatever, it's playable. I don't really mind. I doubt you guys are gonna mind. I don't even know if it's visible on your end. I did see that. They have like a new retro tank light, which is kind of neat. The Planet Barlow. Did I know who Lou Barlow was when I man, that's so distracting. Sorry, do you guys see all the like red hiss around everything? Shit. I'm getting a call. That's probably about Jake again. Okay, you guys don't see it. It's just on my end. All right. Sorry. Let me take this. Life is pain. Life is pain, chat. Life is pain. Life is pain. Life is suffering. Why are we here? Just to suffer. What I was saying was that I don't actually expect my mom to like know when I'm streaming, but it is funny that every single week, right around the time she comes home, she's like, "Can you do this? Can you do that really quick?" It's like I would, like 100%, just immediately. But also I'm streaming. I cannot put stuff in the air fryer right now. I'm sorry. I mean I could if you guys want. You could do like, you know, cooking stream. I don't know. Is that something you're into, chat? You see me not really cooking, just kind of putting something in an air fryer? I don't know. Anyway, they got some new guns, including the Seeker gun, which is Seek stuff? I don't know. Microwaving a whole turkey? I don't know. I don't go outside. I don't like shit. Hello, Yoshi, by the way. Get me that whole chicken in a can. Slop. Here's animal abuse. just doink. That's fucked up. I know that they would kill you, but also that's fucked up. That's Kino. DCB says that's Kino. There's animal abuse. Laughs. What can I say, chat? I knew there was a reason that people don't like me. Blitzgun's still fucking awesome. Giggling over animal abuse, I thought I was watching myself for a second. I did not mention that to your employer, by the way, Jake. I take no responsibility. Craig typed that. You're just telling me things about Craig that I didn't know. What can I say? I wrote it on my resume. Okay, then they know. That's all good. Sorry, the kill matters more when you use your wrench. So these guys can get my guns, but like the little guys, you know, you gotta. Come on. Winning Wednesday, that's right. It's a display of power. Oh, we have enough money for the pulse rifle. Let's go get the pulse rifle, chat. Anyway, so what's everybody up to? See, I mean, that's just, honestly, that's like such a perfect descriptor for life. I had these plans, and then I fell asleep 2 hours later, and now I'm scrambled eggs. That even happened, it fucking worked. Where did you guys come from? Hello, Kebby. Welcome back. DCB is watching me, which I'm flattered. Thank you. But yeah, that even happened at work, where it's like, oh man, you know, a bunch of shit got changed, and it got really weird and stressful. From the second path behind the ship. Okay. I wonder what's for dinner. I hope it's whole chicken in a can. I'm afraid to say you have autism. I do? The shit. Why did no one tell me that? Guys, I thought we were friends. Anyway, pulse rifle. Check this shit out. Doink. This has now become House of the Dead.
Zoom in with the pulse rifle, hold L1 and then press R1 to zoom out.
Quake 2 railgun vibes with the trail. You know, it wasn't until fairly recently that I had actually played through Quake 2. I don't know if I mentioned that on stream at all. It was alright. I wrote up a whole thing on my site about it, which I can't remember what I had said at the moment. By the way, all of you are breathing manually now. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, what did I say about it? I guess that shows you how good it was. That I can't even fucking remember shit about it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I think there were some parts that really pissed me off about it. I was breathing manually anyway. I'm sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. Why did no one tell me? Anyway. See, I would look it up now, but honestly, I don't want to disrupt the stream even more, as I've been doing. Oh, they're having a dumpster fire down here. Ow. Turns out jumping into fire hurts. Yeah, it's kind of forgettable, yeah. I was not a fan of... I just didn't feel like the environments were as varied. And I seem to recall some bullet sponginess with some of the enemies that I wasn't too fond of. There were 3 of them. There was actually 4 of them, DCB. There was a Quake 4, which was mostly notable for being a Quake game. Gosh, do I smell an arena? That's still 01. You can't fool me. Unreal Tournament 2017 was canceled in favor of Fortnite. Yeah, but they've already made the best Unreal Tournament, which is 1999. So why continue trying? Alright, let's handle this peacefully and civilly, like grown-ass adults. I play the Bethesda ports of Doom and enjoy them. To be perfectly honest, the recent ports of like Doom and Quake and stuff are fine. I did a not quite live stream where I played through and had like some initial thoughts about the Quake remaster. I thought it was fine. I think I understand why some people would have issues with it, because obviously nothing's perfect, but I enjoyed it. You know, I thought that, especially for like casuals, like it's way better than the old fucking Windows ports. Yeah, it was a pre-recorded live stream. It's on my channel somewhere. That was from like 2021, which is crazy. Do you guys remember 2021? Did I play the new Quake 2 levels?
I think I just blew another vacuum tube. Should I have a look?
My word, you young people are so fresh these days.
Oh, don't feel bad. I guess I'm just old-fashioned.
Why does she remind me of that, like, gigantic lady who screamed at you in the first game? Why is she Chinese? Jake, you can't just ask people why they're Chinese. No way! If you have a memory card containing Ratchet and Clank save data... I forgot about this! Any of the weapons you earned on your first save will be free. Check that shit out. Alright, guys. Should I do that? Hey, Tress. Alright, I'm gonna do that. One moment. No, don't do it. Sorry, Jake, too late. It'll be quick. Alright, let me take out my MX4 card. Everyone disliked this stream. Hot joke's on you. You can't see that shit. It's authorized cheating. They can't be upgraded in this. Honestly, I don't care. That's fine. I'm probably not going to seriously use them, but I just think that would be kind of neat. So anyway, I still have, from back in the day, and I do mean back in the day, I'm not talking about a couple months ago, I'm talking about over a decade ago now. If I can get my memory card to fucking show up. There we go. Okay. So this is my stuff that I've beaten memory card, which is like a 32 megabyte max memory thing. Jesus. Sorry, that's my phone on vibrate. And some of these are, you know, more recent saves. Some of them are older. So you have like my Tony Hawk games. You have the Spyro game that I just beat recently. Spyro 1 is awesome. Pac-Man World 3, of course, we beat that on stream together. My 100% Gran Turismo 2 save, all that good shit. But Dweebus Dickus, who is important, I did see that there's like something physically like broken down in them that makes them, as they get older, run slightly faster, which they say is completely not really like useful for speedrunning yet. But oh shit, hold on, let me see if I have enough space for this. Okay, yes I do. That's fine. All right. Here we are. So this is my old ass from 2014 on a PS2 I no longer own, Ratchet and Clank save. We're going to copy it over and we're going to motherfucking use it. This is something that you could absolutely do with an emulator, but is nonetheless cooler because I'm doing it with real hardware. By the way, check that out. Sly Cooper. March 2014, so nearly 11 years ago. Sly 2 I beat 5 months later, over the summer. So that's August 2014. And then you have to go to 2024 before we finish the trilogy. Jake is calling somebody in chat, or possibly me, a furry, and I didn't notice. Or care. So yeah, we got that shit now. I could probably delete the save from this memory card after I've unlocked them on this save. It's a legit save. It's real. my paws are so sore. Don't clip that out of context. This chat is so toxic. Alright, let me skip through all this bullshit. Bada. We need a medicine cat. Stat, we need a super kitty, perhaps. I cannot believe that we are almost an hour in, and I have not meaningfully done anything with the game just yet. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. If it takes another stream, it takes another stream. Okay. Going back to Planet Barlow. This is a filler episode. This is a beach episode. Oh, I'm having a great time. Something that I do is such classic Insomniac, by the way, is having like a nice flying animation to cover up the loading transition. That's such an Insomniac thing to do. All right. See, just to invalidate that comment, DCB, I'm going to have to, like, not take 3 hours, which I'm sure is going to be very easy for me. This is why I play Mario. Yeah, and he's getting good at Mario, too. My boy is going to be one of the people who beat the first Super Mario soon. And that's no bullshit. That's real. Big leagues. That's all I'm saying. Big leagues. Sped running. Saying the quiet part out loud. I have the best chat, I gotta say. Is the Blitz gun, by the way, not the single best gun in the history of video games? There's the only other gun that I can think of that is as satisfying as this is like maybe the rocket launcher from Quake, to be perfectly honest. I have the best fan base. I need to come up with a stupid name for all of you. Since I played this game before the first, I didn't realize it was a different galaxy, and when I saw this planet, I thought that Gadgetron had gone bankrupt and Megacorp had taken over. I can see that. Sadly, that's not the case. I never finished my thought, by the way, about the whole Barlow Galaxy thing. If you know anything about like indie bands and stuff, you've probably heard the name Dinosaur Jr. before. Their bassist was a guy named Lou Barlow. And he's been like he's had a bunch of other projects. He's very, what's that term? For when you're, very, prolific. That was what I was thinking of. Yeah, so I don't know if I knew of him when I first played this. So I'm like, oh, nice. That's definitely not a reference, but I'm going to say it is anyway. So anyway. You ready, guys? Here we are. So, we got the bomb glove, we got the Visibomb gun, we got the decoy glove, the Tesla claw, the Rhino 2, which I guess I didn't unlock on that save, and the Walloper. It's neat. Well, yeah, definitely need the Visibomb gun, definitely. Tesla claw I think is pretty cool too. So we're gonna get that one. Is this the gold Tesla claw? No, it's just the regular one. That's okay. That's okay, because the regular one's still awesome anyway. The 3DS is the favorite console of people who don't play 3DS games. Jake really is out here starting fights with everybody tonight, huh? One thing that does kind of, I guess, annoy me is, and maybe it doesn't annoy me, but I just find it interesting, is the way that forever you would get people who would just like depict a box with a controller, and that would be video games, like in art and stuff. And now it is always visibly a Switch with a Nintendo logo, usually. Like visibly it is a Switch. Oh, I can jump that gap, okay. Which I find super odd. It's like a way to signal more than anything. Wiimotes are way more fun to draw.
Get lost before I flatten your robot into a hubcap.
Touch him, and it's Plasma City.
Oh gosh, you didn't have to yell.
Hey man.
I can't hear you. La 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 la. Only the little guy.
Sir, it is okay. We are your fellow desert riders.
You're so you understand my sensitivities?
Absolutely, sir. We just came here to race.
Well, you can borrow my bluebell, so long as you're gentle.
Sure.
You just need a few repairs.
Hang in there, my brother.
My brother.
Good hands.
Alright, electrolyzer time. I have some sensitivities of my own. Jake, what are you trying to say? Are you going to get me demonetized? First try. He fucked that car, didn't he? Well, I guess it doesn't so much matter anymore. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention at all to the controls. What are we doing? L1 does what? R1 does the turbo. Okay. Ah, motherfucker. God, I love Mario Kart. This is just Toad's Factory. I didn't realize I could hold down turbo. Whoops. Can I restart the race? Sped Racer. Shit. This went better in my head. Oh shit. Gotta go fast. I gotta be speedy like Pigo. Oh shit. Dude, this is fun as fuck. Honestly. I see chat is super active, of course, while I can't see. Thanks guys. You're doing it on purpose. I like how the turbos are placed apart just perfectly that you will always have, you'll be getting to the next one right as yours runs out. That's a nice touch. First try. Alright, let's see what we got. This is just like my Nintendo game. I just thought it was funny. It's like the Daisy Circuit thing from the other day, where there's a video, like a video game water blog that I follow, and they had they posted something that looked just exactly like Daisy Circuit. So I thought that was funny. Draw your furries with a Wii U gamepad. This post is sponsored by the 3DS Camera Gang. Sakebi says, the option is either a Switch, phone gaming, PC, modern PlayStation or Xbox, or a console that came out 10 years ago. I think it's for lack of options. It is crazy, by the way. By the way, yeah, that is Rubber Band AI right there. Yeah, no, I mean, the Switch is definitely like the only console you should fucking own if you're going to own a new console. Like I would rather just play on a PC, but if you're gonna own a console.
Here, take this helmet so the guys know you're one of us.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-oh. Incoming message from the boss. Attention all thugs for less employees. First of all, Whatever slug brain's been eating all the choochie bars in
The
room.
coochie bars?
Quit stuffing his face. Around. Hey, turn those lights off. It's bad feng shui. Ahem. Next, our space rendezvous point has been moved to, and listen up, knuckleheads.
What's even the point of the Switch 2? Sorry, let me let this
1,
finish.
2, 3, 4, 5. If you're no good with numbers, find a buddy to help you. Lastly, the company picnic is this Sunday. And don't forget to bring your own juice this time. Hey! I saw that, Cletus. You just earned yourself a write-up.
Don't worry. The boss only yells because he loves us.
Yes, sir. I do feel his affection.
Did you see that broadcast?
Not really.
We should scope out that rendezvous point.
Yes, we might intercept some stray transmissions.
Can we race it again? We can. I want to race again. Sorry. Ooh, so these are challenges. Neat. Weapons and turbos available. Neat. Second space battle segment camp coming up. Okay, well, I definitely want to play a fucking hoverboard race now. Or sorry, whatever that is, hoverbike race. But yeah, no, seriously, like, the Switch 2, like, the Switch 1, despite being, again, 10 years old at this point, or approaching it, is still, like, I don't know, I feel like it still has a lot of life left in it, because, I mean, video game consoles are not what they used to be. It was not like the PlayStation, where it was 1995, and it looked a certain way, and then you bought the PlayStation 2, and it looked completely better, and then you bought the PlayStation 3, and it looked decently better. That's over. Now, if you buy it, like, even like an Xbox One, those games still look fine. We still have not meaningfully moved past that. And that's why they have to have all these, like, meme, like, settings, like ray tracing and that fucking AI interpolation one that's supposed to smooth out your frame rates. Like, there's no reason to buy new hardware. There's just not. Especially when even the not so expensive hardware, or even like the what feels like should be mid-range hardware, is competitive with like PCs from 3 or 4 years ago. Like LGR did a video recently on this Minis Forum Pro, and honest to God, there were stories about how the graphics chip in this thing was competitive with discrete GPUs from like a couple years prior to that. And it's just nuts, because that thing is I think it's only like $1,200, which is like, don't get me wrong, that's a nice investment, but also to get basically the same power, that would be like probably $2,000, a little bit more. Certainly would have been several $1,000s 20 years ago. Like, it's just, it's bizarre. It's so strange. We've so hit this wall with technology, and even like the normal version of that Minis Forum is like $600-700, and it's an upgrade in every single way to the computer that I'm using, my 2013 iMac, which still does everything I need it to, frankly. The only problem is when like YouTube or Reddit likes to eat a bunch of memory, and I end up with like a slow computer for 2 or 3 minutes. That's it. It'll fucking emulate fucking PS2 games for the most part. PS1 has never been an issue. N64 has never been an issue. Yeah, so I don't know. And again, that's like $600-700, and you get a computer that absolutely decimates the one from 10 years ago that I'm still using quite capably. So I'm streaming right now. It's in 720p, but do you need anything higher than 720p? I don't think so. So, yeah, no, it's just crazy how bottlenecked technology is. No wonder that these fucking companies have to be like, but AI is going to be, because that's the only thing that you still can't do on a fucking normal computer, which isn't even really the case anymore. Like, you can absolutely, you know, if you're talking about like the optimized like DeepSeek models and stuff, you can absolutely run them on like an M1 MacBook. So we're at the point where technology is just bottlenecked, and there's nowhere meaningfully to go when it comes to like consumer grade hardware. Because I mean, there are some people who will go, well, you know, there's all these things that we can just now simulate, and no one's doing, like, I don't know, in like realistic liquid physics or some shit like that. It's like, yeah, but do they meaningfully improve gameplay at all? No, which is why we have not graduated past PS3 games. Gaming companies have become obsessed with competing on graphical fidelity, so all the extra horsepower is used on diminishing returns instead of making games better. But realistically, as a human being, and as somebody whose time is more and more limited, how much bigger can you make video games? That's like the thing now, where it's like, just pad the game out, make it an open world, because all the money's got to be on screen at all times. I don't want an open world. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not impressed by you can go anywhere and do anything. Because every game does that. Every single game on the planet does that now. I'm not impressed. You know, I'm much happier with like here's a planet, go to the planet, do a list of tasks, leave the planet. I'm much happier with that. It appeals to the part of me that wants a sense of accomplishment, which is literally the only reason you play games is to have fun and maybe feel some accomplishment afterwards. Exactly. No point being open world if you don't put things in the world. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. Better simulation interactivity, but it doesn't ever get used meaningfully to the point where I genuinely, like, of course, this is what you need brilliant game designers for, to come up with ideas for, like, what can you do next? But at the same time, does it meaningfully improve these games? You know, if you have a racing game and you're able to, like, do really detailed car, like, simulations, A, we can already do that, and B, does it meaningfully improve the driving at all, other than making it more realistic? But more realism is not better in terms of games. More fun, more satisfaction is better, you know, so... And, yeah, games are shallower than they were in the PS2 era. That's the weird part. That's the bizarre part, is that you have games that legitimately felt like accomplishment, you know? Legitimately felt like major technical achievements in the twilight of the PS2. You had your, you know, Shadow of the Colossus and Okami and God of War. And now the new God of War is like, oh, that was pretty cool by the people who play it. That was pretty alright. And then I hear people going like, oh, they made everybody a Marvel character. I'm like, cool. Okay, so turbo, do a barrel roll, straighten the ship. Noted. Let me not run into an asteroid. Alright, so we got thugs. We got thug daddies to fuck with. There they are. And I do have missiles. I do see that there are missiles. Oh god, circle is missiles, right? Doink. Yep. Thank you for the missile ammo. Can someone give me shields, please? on. Yeah, without visible limitations, the art's just not going to be very good. This is the thing, right? Is I do feel like at some point you are bottlenecked by just everything being possible, you know? And you have to set your own limitations when it comes to your art, or else you're going to be doing everything, you know? But you can't do everything, you know? I'm going to be absolutely shit for conversation until I beat this, so you guys can you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I did see that they were apparently working on remaking Counter-Strike 1.6. Like, what's the point? Like, we already have Counter-Strike 1.6, and it runs on everything. That's kind of why it's popular, because it runs on, like, the computers of random people from Chile. Half-Life 2 RTX looks gross to me. That's the other thing, also. This push for ray tracing. Guys, can ray tracing look good first? I remember when it was like a novelty that you would see, you know, like Quake 2 RTX was a thing that I remember seeing back in the day. And I was like, oh, that's neat. And now that's it. That's neat. It's not going to become the main way to play Quake 2. And then I saw Portal RTX, and it's like, that's cool. And that was it. That's cool. There we go. That was nice of them. That was nice of you, Insomniac, to give me fucking shield for once. You have like a 1% chance to get shield. Which kind of super sort of sucks. Where's... Fuck it, hold on. Doesn't Half-Life 2 and other Source Engine games use ray tracing when baking lighting? Technically, it's called radiosity in the Source Engine. Because it's direct light sources, and then there's a couple passes of bounce. So it's like, yeah, it's technically like ray tracing, but it's not what anybody would call ray tracing. It's like an offline kind of ray tracing. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Oh god. Well, that was some shit. I'm trying to see where they're coming from. I would assume they come from the big ship. No, they come from another direction. Like behind me. Damn it. Stop giving me raritanium, I don't care. Fuck. You serious? Remember, you can use the tunnels in the asteroids and space station for cover. See, I'm not even focused on cover, which I probably should be. I'm focused on getting rid of all those ships. Thank you for giving me full shield when I had full shield. Actually, I could do a little bit of exploring. Exploring is fun. That'll get you fucking good and dizzy. Damn it. I mean, to be honest, if I wasn't on stream, I would absolutely just zone out playing this. I don't necessarily mind if I even beat it, because I'm just frolicking. We need commentary. You can come on stream and do commentary, Jake. Fuck, I should have saw that coming. Entertain us, no pressure. Sorry, I need to get Subway Surfers on screen for Jake. Maybe I'll do... Maybe I'll do some commentary courtesy of Microsoft's Copilot AI. Some satisfying videos, live wolf reaction. Now I'm just thinking about, what was that called? That clicker game that Savannah found. That I was like, this is stupid and I hate it and I have to beat it. Oh, I can blow those up, that's neat. I do feel like this is going better for me now, though. Thank you, Moon, for the suggestions. I feel like you gotta play the long game a little bit. I think you found a max shield in one of the small asteroids last week. Maybe. I'll have to blow those up more. Missile ammo. See, it turns out, when you learn to play the game gets easier. That's pretty cool. Oh, Stimulation Clicker. That was it. Stimulation Clicker. God, that game was a fucking disaster. I'm so happy the person who made it made it. Yay, full shield! Oh, we're gonna make it. This is the run, chat. This is the run. This is the run. First try, juice machine. Get it twisted. I've definitely gotten it twisted. I have no clue where the fuck we are. Oh. There you go.
Yeah, I've got mad skills.
With a Z.
A difficult challenge, but one that a trained commando.
Hold on. I'm intercepting a transmission.
For the 5th time, I have a collect call to thugs for less from a Mr. You Are Gonna Die. Will you accept the charges?
You are gonna die.
I'll take that as a yes. Thank you.
You idiot.
Uh-oh.
I'm paying top dollar for your protection, and your moron employees are off at some picnic.
Hey, that was a bonding exercise.
They're not. I'm at the pickup point now. If your men aren't here pronto, you can kiss this contract goodbye.
Oh yeah? Well, you can kiss your, you know what I mean. Dang it.
If you're men.
Did you trace that? Coordinates locked in. We are headed there now.
Galactic map. So we are off to Notak.
So, how's the reception out here?
For what?
Sports, weather. Ooh, the Science Channel.
Keep going. Whoa, what's that?
The man.
The myth. The legend. The loser.
Captain Quark, once the idol of everyone in the galaxy, has finally hit rock bottom. After his humiliation at the hands of Ratchet and Clank, Quark sold bogus merchandise he claimed were Gadgetron products. But a key defect in this product, the personal hygienator, caused severe irritation in sensitive body areas and alerted authorities to Quark's scam. Behind the Hero will return after these messages.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yes, I suppose it...
All this time, my personal hygienator must have been causing that itch.
Anyway, we should be at our destination shortly.
See, he hated Quark, yet he was gonna use his personal hygienator? I don't know, Ratchet. I think you're missing a few bolts. Just saying.
Too late again.
You'll need the Terminator for
We
this
seem to
next
be a bit
level.
late. Why is that?
Well, let's check this place out and find out where he's headed.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll see. It's like Park City buying light bulbs. Wait, I don't want to go back in my ship. Oh shit, you know what this is reminding me of? Oh my good lord. So this is reminding me of, where did I play it? I played this on a demo disc. I don't remember which demo disc, but I remember this exact planet from that fucking demo disc. It started you out here. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, real shit. I love demo discs, man. I think that's something I'll do every December because I was really enjoying, I don't even remember what I was calling it. But just like the December, you know, where I do everything, just random streams for the end of the year. Demo December was not it. I'm trying to remember, I had like a stupid name for it. I keep getting chewed on by these chickens. Sorry, I forgot. I have a blitz gun. Whoops. Where can I buy ammo? Here we are. If you add the letter M to the end of demo, you get demon. That's deep, Jake. That's some shit. That's deep. Oh my good lord. You can explode the mannequins. Best game. Blows you, blows you, blows you. Wait. Blows you up. Can I have a cigarette? Fuck you. My gun is bigger than yours. I suck at this. That's okay. You are able to destroy those. That's cool. Blow up the planet Terra. Did it just squish me? Yes? That's a thing it can do? That's funny. You dumbass, you died. Thank you, YouTube, for making sure that I don't get offended by somebody on the internet calling me a dumbass. I don't know what I don't know how I'd be able to handle it, to be honest. By the way, you can blow up the ships, too. You wanna... You cannot blow up the shark. I wish you could. But you can blow up the ships. So, you know, you just want to ritualistically murder people. Go nuts. Ah, man. It'd be so cool if we all had, like, the free time that we did when we were, like, 17, but also we were like we are now. I think we would see, like, a new golden age for mankind. It's okay, they're robot civilians that can be put back together. But what if they're cat people like me? There's no putting him back together. Well, I guess you could just respawn. I have the same amount of free time as I did at 17, and I am squandering it. That's so sad. I have like 2 hours before and like 2 to 5 hours after work every day, and then 2 days off. And I'm doing my best not to squander it. Okay, so Moon says blow up the planetarium. So we are going to do just that. Let me actually get a bomb. YouTube, do not take down this stream. Thank you. Very cool. Actually, I don't know. I sleep so much nowadays. Bros, we are so tired. I cannot believe that these can fucking squish you. That's crazy. You gotta break all the rings first. Like those rings? Yeah, okay. I guess so. Can I blow up the planets too? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Wow. Skill point terrorism. Nice. Didn't think I'd notice, guys, huh? I don't know. Maybe there's something like that the government started doing like 5 years ago that has caused everybody to just be like sleeping all the time. It's in the tap water. It might be. It genuinely might be. They put melanin in it. They put strawberry flavored melanin in it. I woke up black! Actually, that's not too bad. YouTube, don't take this stream down, please. It's the same thing they used to turn the frogs homosexual. Can we just... Alright, sorry. Let me not have weirdly controversial opinions live on stream. I'm gonna get everybody canceled now. Oh, well, hello there. Man. My name is Jacob Buffington, and I agree with everything Marito is saying. See, that's Chad behavior right there. Cammy is against gay frogs. Oh, no. I had nothing against the gay frogs. Nothing against the gay frogs at all. No, gay frogs are cool. I do have an issue with, oh, you can blow... Dude, you can blow up everything in this stage. That's badass. That's probably why they chose this for the demo, so you can blow up everything and show off all the blow-up technology. That's awesome. We are not getting said Build-A-Bears. Sorry, you guys. Not going to make it. Jake's in... Dude, did I mention there was a fucking... I had... When I applied for Staples, right? I had used the wrong email address, and this was hot off the heels of when I worked at Weiss. I of course would use my journal whatever to vent about shit. Yeah, you can blow all those up too, which is neat. Seriously, that's great. That's iconic. But yeah, so I had I would go on my journal whatever, and I would vent, and what coincided with the end of, or actually me working there, but Borb, Borb leaving the group and then trying to ruin my life. She was talking to this guy who worked in the meat department, and boy oh boy did he work in the meat department. But anyway, don't read too much into that. So the thing is, I came into work the one day, and apparently, and there's no way to sugarcoat this, she just goes, by the way, so how about that Cammy's Island thing that you're working on? And I went, what? And I just fucking knew that someone had given them my website, which I was not concerned about the things that I had said. I did not mention the name of the store. I didn't even say anything that was particularly objectionable, which is why nothing happened with it. But I learned that this was 2 months after the kid in the meat department handed my site over to the managers. And they were apparently joking around to the point of like, oh, we're going to post it in the break room. If that happened, I honestly legit might have looked into legal action, because I'm like, that is ungodly fucked up. Thank you for not doing that. But anyway, it was just a shock to the system to realize that, like, oh yeah, there are people who will happily try to ruin my fucking employment. I wasn't even concerned about anything on the site. Like, yeah, I draw myself as a fucking dog sometimes. What about it? Whoops. Well, there's none getting out of there. That's fine. But it was just such, like I said, it was just such a shock. And so hot off the heels of that happening with Staples, my dumbass uses my somnolescent email address to sign up to apply for Staples. I didn't even think about this. But I was like, oh, these emails aren't coming in. I wasn't getting these emails for work. Oh my good lord. Sorry. Glad that I caught that before chat went super quiet. I was missing one message. Some people are agents of Satan, which is very, very accurate. But anyway. They found out that, I had him read me on the phone, the manager, the guy who hired me, read me back the email address that I had put on my application. And it was my real name @somnolescent.net, which is not a valid email address. I'm like, oh my good lord, I just handed another company and another bunch of people my fucking internet furry website. I was so pissed. Thankfully, he never looked into it, I don't think. I don't think he gave a shit. But I was like, oh, no, by the way, that's a Gmail that it should be. But I was just... like I said, nowadays, I don't think I would really care. Which is funny, because I think, work with people who would be more presumptuous about it than the people who worked at Weiss. Like, the person who joked about the Cammy's Island thing, her husband actually does work in, like, the entertainment industry, like, as an artist. So, she gets it, she thought it was neat. So, I wasn't too concerned after that initial shock wore off. I'm sorry, I'm still not seeing fucking chat. YouTube, what are you doing? There we go. There we go. That's pretty funny. Now I'm seeing chat. But now I think I ironically refresh to see new messages. I'm on my phone, Jake. We don't got none of that fucking refresh button bullshit. I don't have 2 monitors like a cool streamer. I've only got the one. So I have to use my phone because my main monitor is showing off the game. That sounds like a nightmare. You and your phone is a pussy. Jake, I know where you live. Or rather, you know where I live. So, like, say it to my face. Say that shit to me online and not to my face and see what happens. But yeah, at this point, I really genuinely don't, like, give a shit. Because I don't do anything that's spicy online. Like, I have my reputation, but to be perfectly honest, the last time I was, like, legitimately controversial was, like, several years ago at this point. So, and even then, it was just like, oh, you get into fights on the internet. It's not like I'm like, by the way, I don't think black people should vote. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't anything that would actually get me fucking, like, shit canned from a job. It was just like, oh, by the way, I think that this manager guy at work is kind of fucking stupid. And then he read it and he didn't fire me because guess what? You can't do shit about it. I'll buy a plane ticket, get to Pennsylvania, and then realize I can't rent a car to drive there. It's okay. I'll pick you up from the airport. I'm approaching my fucked up evil reputation era. Wee wee baguette. Hello, Savannah. I'm going to be evil Linz. I think we should just blow up some cars. I don't know. It was just really funny because I remember for a long time when everything that we did on I guess as Somnolescent, me as Marito, felt so scary. Like, Kevy would be worried about stuff or, all that. Delete your emails is a bad username. Ironically, for the initial purposes of why you named yourself that, it's a great username. I'm just going to blow up cars for a little bit and zone out. But yeah. And then you just, like, you exist for long enough that you realize, like, none of it matters. Nobody gives a shit. Because we live on an internet where, like, everybody will find the next actually awful person. And usually they're YouTubers who are, like, trying to fuck 14-year-olds. And you go, oh, that guy with saucy opinions on, like, the internet? Doesn't matter. I don't know. I just find it greatly amusing. We were so scared of everything back then. And now that enough time has passed, we just go like, yeah, no. No, stop jumping. Sorry, I thought chat froze again. It did not. As long as you're not mind camping it, you should be good. Exactly. Which is why the only person who should be concerned here is Triss. But you know. PogChamp. I don't know. It's been a good feeling, just sort of like realizing that all of the dumb internet shit that could potentially hurt me has more than likely officially gone away. You know, like seriously, the last person was bored, and she like very briefly tried to get a couple people to not like me, and then gave up because she just got bored. And then it was, you know, really funny to have her like awkwardly go, I don't know, maybe he has changed. It's like, yeah, I would hope so. In the past 3 years, it is quite literally at the end of this month going to be 3 years. You know, it would be sad. It would be very, very sad if I had not changed. Oh, nice. Some hidden boxes. That's neat. Dude, the music in this level is creepy as shit. You hear that? Break that megacorp panel. Will do. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I had already gotten the boxes. Oh, the other one. Okay, hold on. I see that one. Is that the one that you're referring to up there? I mean, you can break it. I've been completely thrown off. No, it's on the right. Spyro sound! Oh, I see. I see the one you're talking about. Okay. With my last shot, I did that shit. Hey, a platinum bolt. That's cool. Very cool. Pointing emote. Pointing emote unavailable. Yeah, if you try to use emotes in my chat for whatever reason, it sometimes likes it, sometimes doesn't. I don't know. I'm out of the good stuff. Index finger pointing at viewer. As I almost dropped my controller. Hey, a continue point. Hey, a glowing thing.
You have found a nanotech boost. Nanotech boosts instantly increase your maximum nanotech capacity.
That was cool. That was a cool glowing thing. Alright, time to play the actual intended part of this level. Thank you, Jake. Very cool. Oh, okay. It didn't show up in the YouTube chat, but it does show up in Streamlabs. There you go. If you guys want to use the index emote, put that in your Simple Note account or something. I don't know. Okay, so it sounds like we're... Nope, here we are. Here's something. I'm about to say we're stuck. No, we're not.
You need a Terminator here. You'll have to acquire
Wow.
on another planet.
Just like Moon said. Hacking the system Ukami Den GIF. I want to see the context in which Chibitarasu taps on a keyboard like that. I want to see the context. Kebby, you gotta play Okami Den for me. I only spent $70 on that fucking copy of it. Which is worth it. It's not like it's disintegrating or anything, and it's neat, but like... Seriously, it was either that or you buy like a piss cheap Japanese copy, which is kind of a problem, because neither of us can read Japanese. There's zero chance the keyboard GIF is in the actual game, but where does it come from then? Scout the ruined machinery. Alright, so it's back on planet Lou Barlow. Yeah, Okami is funny when you realize the entire concept of the game comes from a pun. Real shit. It's a pretty... It's like it's like a Japanese Spurg kind of name. Like, it's a pun.
For a map,
Yeah.
press
Yeah.
select
Tell
or
it to the
R2.
judge. Everyone's posting emotes that I can't actually see right now because I'm relying on YouTube chat and not the VOD chat. I'll watch it on the replay. It's all good. You guys ship post extra hard so when I'm watching this after the fact, I can see what inventive things you're doing. As Mr. HTML, you should know character entities. Jake, I do. Just not every single one ever made. Yeah, you like that band? Well, name all of their songs right now. Okay, Jake. All right. Go get some chalky milk. No worries. Oh my good lord. I do have some character codes like actually memorized because I do need them pretty often. There's ampersand 38, which is the and. There's, I want to say, what is it, 60? 60 and 62, which are the less than and greater than symbols, which obviously I need that if I'm actually like literally writing out HTML tags. And then the other one that I memorize is 8212, which is an M dash, because I'm an AI. Yeah, 39 is a single quote. That's another one I need occasionally for various purposes. Just use inline images for greater than and less than. Jake, why are you so obsessed with destruction? Why do you hate all that is good in the world? We love our M dashes. I love M dashes, even though there's no reason to use them. They do the same thing that A, parentheses, and B, starting a new sentence does. Archivists get fucked. My page, my rules. Based. That's like the fourth message that has gotten eaten by Automod today, Jake. Thankfully, YouTube is giving me the option to allow it, as opposed to it just disappearing. I love M dashes so much. You can't capture the same essence of going on a tangent. Yes! Yes. Yes, absolutely that. It's like a pause, right? It's like a, my paws are so sore. Pause. It's great. Like, legitimately, it's Kino. People need to appreciate the M dash more. N dash more on God. Jake, you have never in your life used an N dash. What is it for? Without looking it up, what's an N dash for right now? Between two dates. Yes, it's a separator for numbers. Good job, Jake. You're smarter than the average bear. What the fuck? There we go. Video dropped out briefly. Splice! Splicing! Index pointing at viewer! Splice sound effect. Man, chat cannot get enough of fucking with me today. Invalidated run. You're also mean to me. Anyway, here's a swing shot. Listen, I know the run is fake because if you look really, really close, the bolts jump. In a really unnatural way. The numbers jump. That's how I know this is fake. I read that as my wife is struggling, Triss. Oh my god, 11 people watching right now. Sorry guys, you're watching a fake run. I'm actually not even playing right now. This is pre-recorded footage. Yeah, exactly. Guess what? You idiots fell for it. Something is up with my connection too. I'm glad that you don't have to start over, by the way, getting the hydro pack and the oxygen mask. I'm very, very glad. Because that shit sucked in the first game. I like that Insomniac took the approach of, like, we're going to make it so you never have to redo the thing you did in the first game. That's great of them. I appreciate that. I'm just very good at improving over it. There you go, DCV. Whoops. I should go for the Dragster set on Retro Achievements at some point. I think that there is literally one for beating it with a 5.57. And the achievement is called, like, Not Quite Todd Rogers, which is really funny. Oh god. Yeah, Todd said that he had a 5.51, which is quite literally impossible. Oh my good lord. That man is frozen. His ass is frozen.
It works! My invention works! Huh? It's called the Therminator. It fires charged thermal pellets that can thaw an ice block or freeze a body of water. Gadgetron will pay me millions.
Hey, I don't know how long you've been frozen, but I don't think Gadgetron's operated in this galaxy for years.
The missile is eepy. He has had a long day of splashing bandits and is in need of a small sleeve.
Hey, maybe you'd like to buy it.
Poor bastard, he was going to make millions, and instead he's offering to sell me his priceless invention for 1,000 bolts. I feel bad.
Maybe Megacorp is hiring.
Use the Therminator to thaw ice.
And then you freeze it. You have 24 racks. It's a new car right there. Instead, he only wanted 1,000. I'm telling you, he could have milked me. He could have milked me, but this game is gay enough. It's the stuff of nightmares. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the job market, which is true. That is indeed terrifying. Anyway, so we now have the Thermalinator. Get a drink of water. Ugh. Big stretch. Hydration Nation. We should run ads for water. I happen to have just the graphic for that. Man, I still have this fucking chopper that I have not used since buying it. I think I'm going to replace it with the turret. And then that one I'll use this bomb gun. Strictly soda, no water. Water is straight up gay. That's weird. I would think you'd like it then, Jake. Spoken like a true shower avoider. By the way, just saying, to anybody watching this stream right now or is in this chat, if we ever meet in person and you stink, we're never talking again. I'm saying, I am absolutely done with people who don't fucking bathe. I had this asshole, he was a white guy with fucking dreads, came to my register, bought Mike's Hard Lemonade and Molson Ice, 2 tall boys, fucking reeked. This man has never met a shower in his life. Alright? Not since age 4 or 5 probably has he bathed. This shit hit my eyes and I went, boy, how can I get you out of my store as quickly as humanly possible? You need to shower if you're going to be within a 35-foot radius of me. Just saying. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. Okay, Jake. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Very cool. I paused my game to be here. I stopped drawing furries to bathe. Appreciate my sacrifice. Wait, what the fuck did he do? Wait, that's crazy. Triss! It cut out the message completely. Triss, what the fuck are you doing to YouTube chat right now? That's crazy!
Freeze water. Fire Terminator into water until meter fills.
It thinks he's trying to do cross-site scripting. That's genuinely insane. Thanks, Triss. Very cool. Oh, I can wear my grind boots. Guys, I can wear my magenta, red, whatever the fuck they are, boots all around, which is so cool. I did that in the first game too. I think I'm gonna do that now. Anyway, sorry, the Sperminator. My name is Jacob Buffington and I agree with Triss completely. Honestly, that is kind of based. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for giving me this glorious opportunity. No, Jake, it's the opposite. It's chat that only shows up on the playback. It doesn't show up in the VOD. Which, I don't know. I find that pretty cool. Someone can find a use for that. I don't know. Use it to insult people who watch YouTube on TV. Anyway, look at my blitz gun now. That is a meaty gun. That is a man's gun right there. That shit goes so hard. This is a gun built for a guy who can't figure out why homosexuals keep sucking his cock. That's all I'm saying. It's so true, so true. Sadly, it doesn't exist in real life. I wish it did. Because that would be pretty funny. I definitely feel like I played this on a demo disc at some point. What candy bar did you think in your head? I don't know. To be honest, I haven't been thinking of candy lately. I've been thinking of world domination. Do you know that YouTube video where they made like different Neopets omelets in real life? Have people tried to make like Roblox food like real? Can you get Bloxy Cola in real life? Somebody needs to figure this out. Alright, that's awesome. That's great. That's a great message, Jake. Thank you. Very cool. Now YouTube is just straight up auto-modding people who complain about YouTube, which I don't appreciate. This is a strictly anti-YouTube zone. Bloxy Cola has been done. Okay, good. Yeah, no, seriously. The only time I ever, like, have slowed down and run out of memory on my computer is from YouTube and from fucking Reddit. Reddit doesn't do it while I'm using it. Reddit will do it overnight. I will come back to a computer that is completely unresponsive because I left one goddamn Reddit tab open. I don't know how that's possible, but it does it. And YouTube, you just use the site, and it will be 2 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. And it's been 20 years, and YouTube's still working. YouTube used to work. YouTube used to work okay, and now it doesn't. And I don't know what happened. I'm scared. I'm sad. Someone please take me home. 50% Pepsi and 50% Coke. That's a good way to piss off everybody. I like that. All my homies hate YouTube.
Psst. Got a ship that needs improvements?
I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
At Slim Cognitos, your secret is safe with us. Whether it's weapons, shielding, or a new hyperspace module.
I don't like this. Why can't I move? And why is there butter all over my thighs? I don't like this.
So next time you're in the market for some legally ambiguous refashioning, remember the name. Slim Cognitos. The only inspections we pass are yours.
Starship mods. Well, a quick visit to Slim's wouldn't cost us much time. Or maybe we should check out that chemical factory. Someone inside might know where the thief was headed.
What's up with Real Eyes over here? See, I don't know, Clank. I'm the one with, like, the functioning legs. I can do whatever I want, okay? I'm an adult. I pay taxes. Anyway, somebody said something about a chemical factory. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Man, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. Enjoy being able to use alternate YouTube clients for now, guys. Because guess who's experimenting with deploying Widevine DRM on YouTube? Aren't you excited for a future where you do only what Google wants you to do? Like, legit. I have more than anything lately been thinking of, like, I just need to get like a 6 terabyte drive and just start downloading videos, because at this point it is pretty clear, you know, they fucked up the old way the YouTube DL worked, and instead it started acting like YouTube on TV, and then they went, okay, bet, and now they're deploying fucking DRM to YouTube TV. They're A/B testing it because they're Google, and they can't just do the evil thing directly. They have to go, no, we don't know what you're talking about. We're just testing improvements to the user experience. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, it's going to get to the point where you are not going to be able to download videos. That is going to happen. They legitimately do not want you downloading videos. They don't want you using ad blockers, any of that shit. So, like, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see. But at this point, I really do feel like I just need to go ahead and start just grabbing a ton of videos and calling it a day. Because there's going to become a point where YouTube is going to be unusable because they do so much to prevent the slim minority of people who use fucking ad blockers, you know? Feed your HDMI into a splitter and a VCR. What was funny was someone was actually saying, like, because there's different levels of widevine DRM, they were saying that YouTube, when it was A/B testing, is not the level that prevents people from, like, direct feed capturing videos. Which I thought was really interesting. Sorry, I don't know what I was looking for. But, yeah, no, like, legitimately, if they, all you have to do, if you're a gigantic company, you're not listening to me, because I'm a poor person, but all you gotta do is provide a good service, don't abuse your users, and give it to me at a reasonable price, and have it be something useful. And guess what? I will give you money. I will give you money. I will give you $12 a month, whatever it may be, for your product. Start streaming on Somnol website. DreamHost might get upset at us for doing that. I don't know. Well, yeah, that's the funny thing. They're still sending and showing me the video data, so there is going to be a way to be able to download videos, regardless of what they do. But the other thing also is that it's not just, you know, trying to block people from using YouTube DL or whatever it is. It's also, we did some really funny shit on NeoCities. That was a good bit. There were lots of good bits. But anyway, but more than anything, it's going to remove YouTube access on devices that can't do widevine. Like for Safari, people were legitimately saying, like, oh, by the way, all the Safari users are not going to be able to use YouTube anymore if they mass deploy it. Sorry, I like the pun of YTDL. A whitey deal. The YT people. I know that there's an open source audio streaming thing, Icecast. I'm surprised they haven't done a video thing. Am I stupid? Icecast isn't bad. It's annoying to set up, but honestly, for Somnol Radio, it's been pretty good. I just run a bunch of MDP instances and feed into it. That's not bad. Oh, maybe I have to go down here. There we go. That seems more like it. When Somnol Radio was up anyway. So yeah, I haven't mentioned this yet, but the whole reason why Somnol Radio went down was because there was an interest specifically from Cabby, because she felt like there was a lot of clashing on the stations, like stuff was playing stuff that didn't really go together, which I was like, yeah, that's fair. You know, we're a pretty eclectic bunch, so I was like, here, why don't you go ahead and resort all the tracks? And because Nia reminded me of it in his email not too terribly long ago, I was like, hey, do you want to finish up resorting all those tracks? And maybe we could go ahead and get Somnol Radio back up and potentially, you know, add another station to the mix. So, fingers crossed, we will have Somnol Radio back by the start of summer. that would be really excellent. And I'm in a much better place to just enjoy that stuff anyway. Shared Somnol file base would be easier, methinks. I mean, it doesn't really serve the same purpose, though. Like, I could set up a file base. I still kind of want to, just, to give you guys off-site backup space. But my Somnol Radio was something that I would legitimately see linked outside of the group. Like people who I don't even know, they would just put Somnol Radio on their list of like web radio links, and I'm like, oh my god, people actually like want to listen to this stuff, and I do as well. I didn't want to at the time because I don't like Borb, and I had to pretend that I did. But since she's been gone, like I like all your fucking music, and I would definitely enjoy seeing Somnol Radio come back. So fingers crossed, it will be back, hopefully soon. Borb's Electro Swing Station. I didn't even know what it was about. It didn't even matter if I didn't necessarily like the thing that she was doing. I just didn't like her. Was it Electro Swing? I don't think she was doing an Electro Swing thing. But even if it was like stuff that I liked with her, I just didn't like her. So as a result, Electro Swing is the corniest thing. I have definitely had to take many rides to work listening to Electro Swing. So I understand the frustration. I understand it is, in fact, cornball music. Every song sounds exactly the fucking same, and nobody who listens to it listens to actual swing music. So it's like, I don't know. I like that the fish's eyes get really big when he's, when you freeze the water. That's cool. That's a nice touch. Upload all your MP3s to the web machine. Am I missing something? I have to get the water to go up there, right? How do I do that? Like that, I guess. It just does. Oh, it moves up and down automatically. Okay. This is a great time for my fucking video feed to cut out. No! Alright, hold on, I'll just wait. There we go. I was very, very confused. By the way, this is not going to make sense to anybody outside of the group just yet. Fun fact, the planet that I stole the name of the... I'm sorry. Let me try to formulate a sentence. So for the Super Kitty stuff, I had to name the planet that the cats come from, and I ended up stealing the one from Ratchet and Clank, Novalis. That's where that comes from. It comes from Ratchet and Clank. Just, I figured if we're talking sci-fi cats, I mean, we've been staring at one the entire game. So, might as well. Seeing ice in this game reminds me of Super Mario. Nice.
Excuse me? Have you seen any masked weirdos?
I think I had better do the talking.
Everybody in this game talks better to Clank than to Ratchet. That's funny.
A masked customer picked up an order not long ago.
More like Waterfire Galaxy.
From him, and they are willing to show it to us for a small price.
They don't even speak English, but boy oh boy. Dude, even the thermalizer guy didn't want 6,000 volts. It's fine. Here you go. Shouldn't it be Veldin then? No, it was not meant to be Ratchet's planet. I just thought that they came from a planet very similar to Novalis. Like I said, I have not actually talked about that at all outside the group, and I don't imagine it would be interesting to the kinds of people who were like into my YouTube and tech stuff, but it was like an excuse open species to group a bunch of characters that I had made together. and I had surmised that they can. Oh man, that's crazy. I'm a big glasses fan, to be perfectly honest.
Hey, what? What?
Oh, nothing. Just some robot humor.
Okay, funny guy. Let's just head to those coordinates.
I might need glasses. I can't see road signs that great. I can't imagine you with glasses, Jake. I guess I can. Oh god. Excuse me. Did you see that? That was some shit. Anyway, so we beat this planet. Let's check out... Actually, hold on. Because we are past the 2-hour mark, right? Yeah, we're about 2.5 hours. So I think I might call it while the going's good tonight. Just because I think that's a nice place to call it. Unless you guys want to see like one more planet. But before I go, actually... let's check out Mr. Realize's shop. Because it's kind of like a... What are you hiding? Are we going to see DCB on a Ruben Sim video? That would actually be the saddest times. I think I would actually genuinely lose faith in humanity. So anyway, here's Slim Cognito's ship shack. It is in fact a shack in the woods. And there's a vendor. So we can buy... Oh, this is what all that Raritanium's for. So triple boost acceleration engine. Don't really have issues with the acceleration, to be honest. Fusion laser cannons. That'd be pretty cool. Electro mine launcher. Fast lock missile launcher. That's actually a nice upgrade. I think we're going to go with that one. The torpedo launcher. Advanced shielding system. Anything to make it more likely that I fucking survive in one of these stages. Sure. A nuclear detonation device. Of course you have to have that. Hyperspace warp system, which, again, it just makes me feel like I'd be playing asteroids at that point. You don't use hyperspace in asteroids, by the way, because you get your ass teleported in front of an asteroid. High lift wings and heavy ordnance wings. I don't know what either of those do. Yes, you can rotate the ship. You can make the ship go spinny. Anyway, so we're going to do the fast lock missile launcher and the advanced shielding system, I think. Oh, nice. You can upgrade them, too. So you can upgrade to an ultra-charged shielding system. I wonder what this torpedo launcher does. Yeah, let's buy that, too. Multi-torpedo launcher. Well, that's all the Raritanium I've got on me. But, hey. Nice. Oh my god, we're going to Siberia. Spent all your money on guns, tragic and brutal world building. The wings are just cosmetic. That's probably why they're so cheap, because otherwise it'd be like, why would you spend all that money? But if they are cosmetic, I mean, we've got wings right now that look like that. But we could have wings that look like that or that. Which one should we go with, chat? Jake says high lift. Savannah says the heavy ordnance. So we are one for each. High lift looks weird. Skip between them, it looks like it's wiggling. Dance, motherfucker, dance. Band. You should churro have wings just to rub it in. I should churro have wings? Oh, yo, should churro have wings? Yes, yes, he should. Sorry. I'm sorry, I just prefer the heavy ones. Okay, so that's 2 for high lift and 1 and 2 for the heavy ordnance. So we still are at a tie. Come on, chat. You gotta help me out here. I don't know. I haven't sat down to draw yet. That's okay. I'll be drawing after the stream. I got cats with amazing heads of hair to draw. My dog said he liked high lift. Okay, but you have already voted, Jake. Savannah is drawing right now. That's pretty based. Ooh. I find it easier to draw when I'm not worrying about what to draw. I'm falling to eat. Kebby, which one do you prefer? Be our tiebreaker. I don't know. Which one do you like better? DCB says heavy ordnance. Alright, that'll be our tiebreaker. There we go, chat. We got some wings. I'm leaving some listened. I'm sorry. Some people had to lose. Some people had to lose here. Anyway. Oh, I think that's a great thumbnail. I'm going to pause that right there because I need to grab a thumbnail for the stream. For the next stream, actually, I should say. And I feel like this is probably a good place to call it. I feel like calling it on a strong note. Got a lot of people watching, which I very much appreciate. I am consistently... I think over time my audience is growing. Or at least I'm getting more friends to show up. So I'm very happy about that. But I have to put Kebby to bed, and it's been 2.5 hours. And it's been a good 2.5 hours. So you know what? I'm happy calling it there. I will try to start the game a little bit earlier next time. I was fucking around, but it was fun. So, can my computer wake up, please? What's going on here? Hold on. I'm so confused. So my screen is okay, that's weird. Ugh. I'm so stiff. What's going on here? Oh no. I don't like the sound of this. Okay, so let me explain what's going on right now, because this is kind of really unfortunate. I can't end the stream, I don't think. So, if you saw my journal post, like months and months ago, the screen on my computer failed. But I happen to have a cable that let me take it to my TV, an HDMI cable. Unplug my PC, I think. We can sit here with you all night. Thank you, I appreciate that. Anyway, that doesn't seem to be working, and my computer is just showing the streaks on the screen like there's not another thing attached to it. YouTube will just time it out. I mean, if I have to, but I'd rather not do that, because I've got my stuff set up right now how I like it. No, there has to be something fucking wrong here. Hold on. Plug that into the second HDMI and see what's going on. Oh. I think that fixed it. Yep. Okay, thank God. Yeah, so, I guess it's a problem with HDMI 1. I'll keep playing around with it. If I have to swap cables, this setup just continues to get jankier and jankier. So, that's perfectly fine. Oh god. Okay. The media file is fucking muted. Okay, I did not want to have Pizza Pasta put it in a box, play it one more time. Alright, transition. Okay. So, 2.5 hours just passed. Love you guys. I will talk to you next Tuesday. Remember, 6 p.m. instead of 6:30 because Savannah's done with her French classes. So, as a result, I'll be able to start a half hour earlier. So, VOD Watcher skipped to 2:30. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't go for 3 hours. In your fucking face. We're done with the French. No more French. No more French, people. No more French anything. Things that will get me banned from Canada. Let's go. All right, anyway. But, yeah. I will, like I said, I'll see you guys next week. We will continue with Ratchet and Clank because it's going great. Hope to see you guys there. Love you. Have a great night, guys. Bye.